Good morning and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Parker's Sunday morning online service. I'm Reverend Stephani Stewart, Senior Minister at CSL Parker, and it is my pleasure to welcome you this morning. Our theme for the month of August is a pause for guidance. We've taken a big step together, and now let's take a deep breath together. This month invites us to rest, rejuvenate, and prepare for the next leg of our journey. If you're joining us for the first time, a very special welcome to you. CSL Parker is a member of Centers for Spiritual Living, an affiliation of like-minded centers around the world that teach the science of mind and spirit. Synthesized by Dr. Ernest Holmes, the science of mind combines the best of science, philosophy, and religion to help us live our best lives. We are radically inclusive, non-dogmatic, and most of all, happy you've joined us today. So sit back, relax, and let's find out what's happening at Center for Spiritual Living Parker.
Good morning, CSL Parker. Here are your announcements for this week. The Holistic Expo is coming up. Be sure to stop by to start your early holiday shopping. Our own creative Amy Schmidt will be selling beautiful jewelry, crystals, astrological journals, unique wood geometric shelving, and other items that showcase her talent. If you have any lightly used spiritual books that you would like to donate to the Holistic Expo's book sale, we will be collecting them at the in-person service on Sunday, September 5th. Or contact Kim Morse to communicate a delivery time and place. CSL Parker is proud to announce our new Teens of Distinction Scholarship Program. Which Harry Potter character describes you? We want to know. 5 scholarships each in the amount of $200 will be awarded this fall. This is open to all DCSD junior and senior students. Applications are due October 1st, 2021. Finally, we are in search of a musician. Are you talented with the keyboard or bass? We need you. Please contact Alicia to let her know and showcase your talents. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us for these pre-recorded services. Love you all. Bye.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening.
Good morning. This is Practitioner Luann. Turn your focus within, and with each breath, sink deeper and deeper. Within you is the seed of perfection. The seed of perfection is part of your birthright. Your divine essence. In your mind's eye, see the light of your divine essence grow and expand and become brighter and brighter, filling up your whole body. Feel the peace and the love. That is already within you. Expand your light in every direction. Your light is one with Spirit. Your divine essence, spirit light, is love and peace and harmony and well-being. For everything that spirit is, you are. Expand your divine essence, your light of spirit, beyond your body. See it fill up the very room in which you are sitting right now. See it as it blesses your family and your friends and your pets. Expand it more and allow it to bless everyone at CSL Parker. See your light, your divine essence. Bless everyone in your community. In our country. See it bless everyone in Afghanistan. And everyone throughout the world. For you are one with this light, this love, one with Spirit. Knowing that your Spirit blesses all that you choose to bless. Bring your focus back into this room, and with great gratitude, focus on the beautiful music and message that is here to bless you today. And so it is.
Hey, CSL Parker, this is Denise Rosier, and I am super excited to be here with you this Sunday morning. I have really missed you guys, so it's a blessing to be able to share this song with you and send you into your Sunday and the rest of your week with a reminder that you are made of all the blessings that flow from above and below. You are all that's good.
I've heard it said that we're small and alone on our path, but my mind is set on a life greater than that, and my heart is open wide. My heart will be open wide. All that's good that flows from above and below. I am that, I am that. All the joy and love that a life can hold. I am that, I am that. All that's good, all that's good. Some say the answers I seek are found on my knees, but I listen inside to the whisper, I'm all that I need. And my heart is open wide. My heart will be open wide. All that's good that flows from above and below. I am that, I am that. All the joy and love that a life can hold. I am that, I am that. All that's good. All is for me. I am worthy, I am worthy. All is for me. I am worthy, I am worthy. All that's good that flows from above and below. I am that, I am that. All the joy and love that a life can hold. I am that, I am that. All that's good that flows from above and below. I am that, I am that.
Hello there, Center for Spiritual Living Parker. We've come to the end of our very first month together. August has been all about a pause for guidance. We've taken this big step together, you choosing me as your senior minister. And so this month's theme was perfect for us. It was the perfect time for us to take a deep breath and gather ourselves for the next leg of our spiritual journey together. We've had fun. We've been vulnerable and authentic together. We've listened deeply to ourselves, one another, and spirit. We've evolved our thinking and rejoiced in our changing community. We're revealing our wholeness and our unity with God, and we're doing it together, 1 week, one talk, and one moment at a time. I am so deeply, deeply honored to be your senior minister and your spiritual director. We talked about the prayer and daily prayer practice in our lives. At Centers for Spiritual Living, we teach a type of prayer that's very specific. It's a 5-step affirmative prayer called spiritual mind treatment. What I love most about spiritual mind treatment is that each step is like a prayer unto itself. Each step takes us to a different place where God can be found. In step 1, recognition, we see God in everything. There simply is no place God is not. No matter where we look, no matter what we think about, there it is. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, even called it the thing itself. God is. In step 2, unification, we find God within ourselves and ourselves within the vastness of God. We come to understand and embrace that that which created the stars is closer than our very breath. And we are also a part of its allness and its wholeness. I am. In step 3, realization, we find God in the situation that drew us into prayer in the first place. No matter what is happening or what we want or need, God is there. When we enter into prayer, we step into the field of infinite possibility. God awaits us there. And no place is that more apparent than in this step of realization. I know. We find God in the joy of gratitude in step 4, thanksgiving. God loves gratitude and the universe blooms with the delight of it. And so do we. Who doesn't love to hear thank you? I am grateful. And that brings us to the last step of spiritual mind treatment, release. Here we find God in a way you might not imagine, in the letting go. But there God is saying, give it to me, beloved. Let me do the work now. Can we? I let go. An active prayer life is so vital in these hectic days. It doesn't have to take a lot of our time, but we can expect wonderful things from it. We can expect to lose unhappiness, judgment, and a victim mentality. We can also expect to manifest more of the life we want and to experience more peace. Are you tuning up your life with prayer? How about play? Our life is meant to be good. Play is an important and integral part of our lives. It's how we co-create a life we love. And it's a way God comes to know itself better through each of us, and we come to know God better too. It isn't just the serious and solemn moments that bring us closer to Spirit. It is absolutely in those moments of play when we can touch God within. We've just forgotten how. We need expert teachers. We need children to reteach us how to be with Spirit within. Kids don't strive to be worthy of being seen by God. They don't work to manifest the life they want. They simply know and love, play and be. And they can manifest moments of joy wherever they are. They are our expert teachers, and we could all use some lessons. And they're easy to find at CSL Parker. We can examine our thinking about this. Society teaches us as adults that we're only worthy if we're working and accomplishing. And whether we realize it or not, we're all walking around with that programming. Our youngest children aren't walking around with it yet. They still know we're worthy of all good things and joy and fun simply because we are. Go get a reminder. What can we expect from lessons with our kids? a life we love even more, reminders of our unity and wholeness, joy, and most of all, fun. What isn't fun is a triggered imagination. Remember the difference between a triggered imagination and a sparked imagination? Our triggered imaginations come from a negative place within and lead us to negative places in our lives. The best way to shake ourselves out of that state is to recognize what's happening and ask ourselves the question, is what I'm thinking true? Is what I'm thinking true brings our minds back into the reality of the moment and lets us get our bodies back under control. It gives us a moment to breathe and stop telling ourselves a worst case scenario story. Sparked imaginations couldn't be more different. Sparked imagination is a divine idea. It's God at work in us. It's positive and contagious and leads us to the best of places in our lives. Triggered imagination is about us. Sparked imagination is about God. We trigger our imagination. The divine sparks our imagination. What can we expect from a sparked imagination? The life we want, and only the highest and best possibilities. And finally, in our walk through August, we came to our discussion of connecting with God through silence. We connect with our higher selves and hear our own divine voice through silence. But silence can be a tricky thing in our noisy world. We have to work to be different and engage in purposeful times of silence on a daily basis. We can do that by creating a mental sanctuary for ourselves and actually letting noise take us into places of silence. By not fighting against noise and simply allowing the world to be as it is, we make nothing wrong and give ourselves a chance to find places of silence. What can we expect from daily doses of silence? Greater connection with spirit, greater peace within and around us. All of these practices that we have talked about and sat with through the month of August take one very important thing to be effective. That's self-awareness. Self-awareness is the practice of being aware of our internal motivations, our internal dialogue, and our hidden beliefs. In self-awareness, we show a willingness to take responsibility for our choices. Self-awareness is the foundation for conscious choice. If we teach nothing else in the science of mind, we teach responsibility. We teach that we have control of our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions. And so we can have a level of control over the conditions of our lives. And that comes from self-awareness. Through self-awareness, we can come to recognize the God qualities that we possess through some of the use of some of the practices that we've gone through in the past 4 weeks. Prayer alone can teach us about innumerable God qualities that we possess. What are you praying about today? Those qualities of God in the first step of prayer are qualities we have in the second step too. Grace, abundance, wisdom. What God is, we have access to as well. That's what spiritual mind treatment teaches us. The qualities of joy and playfulness are not restricted to God and children alone. We don't outgrow those qualities. We may have forgotten how to access them fully as we grow older, but those divine qualities still live within us. We just need children to remind us how to be that way again. Our imagination is sparked from a divine place within. Silence allows us to access the divine connection within. All of this comes through self-awareness. Without self-awareness, we have no self-renewal. We've been invited into self-renewal all month long. Through self-awareness, we're invited to renew our curiosity and our connection to life and God. Are you curious about your connection to God? Everything we have talked about this month can strengthen that connection. It's up to us to be curious enough to want to do the work. It isn't always easy work. When our imagination is triggered, it takes emotional intelligence and skill to bring ourselves back to a centered place where we can be self-aware and curious. When life or our head is especially noisy, it takes patience to find the gift in that noise and find the silence on the other side of it. Knowing a higher connection to spirit is the reward. All of these practices this month ask us to become more self-aware. This week, my mom and I were watching the Paralympics, and we saw an amazing game being played. There are a few games at the Paralympics that have no Olympic equivalent. And one of those games is called goal ball, Goalball, goal ball. It's a game for the visually impaired. And the way it's played is this. Everyone wears a mask over their eyes so that they are completely blind. Even if they have some level of sight, everyone who plays is completely blinded. It's played on a court indoors, and there's a goal on either end of the court. And it's played by 3 people on each side. There's tape put in 3 positions on the floor, and it's played with a ball. And the ball is a little bit, it has some air let out of it, so it doesn't bounce a whole lot. And it makes a lot of noise when it rolls. And so the tape on the floor allows each player to know where their position is on the floor. And so they roll the ball as hard as they can at one another. And the people defending their goal, they actually lay down on the floor and lay their bodies out to stop the ball from going into the goal. I was absolutely fascinated. I mean, the tension was terrible. I was riveted. The awareness, we were watching we were watching women play. We were watching Canada and Russia. The awareness of those women on that court was amazing to me. They played by touch and sound alone. And it wasn't just that they could hear and stop the ball and then throw it back across the court. It was that they could find where they were on the court. They could find where they wanted to throw from. They didn't just throw from the same position every time. They would move from one side of the court or another, one side of the goal or another. And they would ask their teammate, are you clear from their throwing lane? And their teammate knew if they were clear from their throwing lane or not. We're not working on that kind of physical self-awareness. That is Olympic level and amazing, quite frankly. But we are, however, working blind. Faith isn't something we can see. And we are working on mental, emotional, and especially spiritual self-awareness. It takes a high level of practice. It takes practice to develop those internal muscles, the way those women took a great deal of practice to develop their external muscles, to develop that kind of self-awareness and external awareness. Everything we've talked about this month will help us develop that kind of Olympic level internal self-awareness. We can choose to rise and reemerge, renewed and restored. We can choose peace for ourselves. We can choose wholeness and to recognize our unity with God and everyone around us. We can choose the life we want. It takes practice and self-awareness. So as we end our month of taking a pause for guidance and prepare to reach higher next month, let us recommit to the practices we've explored in August. They are powerful and will nourish us along our spiritual path. Thanks for spending some time with me. Join me next week live at Cimarron Middle School for 10 a.m. service. Remember that you're loved. Have a great week. And so it is. I invite you into a personal investment called sacred and faithful giving. Knowing that there is an infinite flow of prosperity and abundance that is operating in and through us at all times, no matter our present circumstances, we open to expand our consciousness of acceptance by giving with a grateful heart. When our souls are fed by the practice of giving in this way, we can be certain that our gift blesses both the giver and the receiver many times over. We receive and appreciate your gifts and tithes. Thank you for supporting us to remain a vital and thriving center in which to find your spiritual nourishment. For your convenience, we provide you with various ways in which to make your donation. You can donate on our website, cslparker.org/donate, or you can give via Zelle, or you can mail a check to our office location. And so I invite you now to affirm your prosperity through the power of your word by saying this with me. I attract all good things into being. The power of my faith enhances my experience of health, relationship, finance, fulfillment, passion, purpose, and joy. The creative source in my life is in a constant state of perfection, freely giving itself as my bounty. And so it is. We're glad you're connecting with us today. Together we raise the vibrational energy of love and connection. And now, our offering song.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
So thank you again for spending time with us today. Please join me in prayer. And so here and now, I just center myself in this place, knowing that God is, that Spirit is. And I know that this place and this time is blessed by our presence together. Even though we are online and not physically together, it is a blessing. And I know that we are together by divine appointment. And I simply say thank you. Thank you to that one that we know by so many names. We come together in such joy, in such peace, and such love. It is just so good to be together in this place where God is. And so I just say thank you. Thank you for the presence of the one, and thank you for your presence here with me. And so I let this go. I let it be. And we say together, and so it is. And so it is, my friends. I'll see you next week.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things.